page, 7th standard English, Samachir Kalvi, 3rd term, 1st unit, 1, first poem, Sea Fever. It was written by poet John Masefield. His date of birth was 1878 to 1967. Up to the age of 6, he was living with his parents, and later their parents left him, and he lived with his auntie. She did not like him because he usually always sit and read and write. So he left her also, and he started to sail in the boat and also ship, and he sailed many years in many ship to many places. Later, one time he stopped his voyage, and then he started his career as a journalist in the newspaper, and then next he became one of the most famous poet laureate of England. This is about the poet. Now I will do some glossary words of this poem. Star to sea. Star in the sense it refers to the North Star. I mean the pole star which helps a sailor to steer correctly. Steer in the sense in the bus we can drive bus, car and everything, but ships we will tell it as a steer. So pole star, it will be in the sky, that is called as a North Star, which helps the persons who are sailing to reach their correct place. That is the star to sea. Flood. Flood means through. Spume. Spume means nothing but sea foam. Vagrant. Wandering. Better. Sharpened. Yarn. Telling impossible stories. I mean unbelievable stories. Flurried. Worried. Raver. Wanderer. Trick. Voyage on ship. Trip, otherwise trip. That is voyage everything on the ship. Wheels kick. It is a steering wheel. Wheels kick means steering wheel. By this, I have completed the glossary of this poem Sea Fever. Next, I will going to explain about the poem stanzas. It was given around 12 lines. It was given in 3 stanzas, but usually it has been given in our text as a 6+6 lines. It is a very important, interesting and nice poem, and it is what? Executive poem also. Now I am going to explain about this poem. This poem, Sea Fever, it is not like fever means sick. Here the poet Masefield, he travelled many years in the sea, so he enjoyed sailing. He liked to sail all throughout his life in the sea itself. So after his period, he started his career, and as a poet laureate, he started his works and he got married, and with the family he enjoyed. He stayed in the London itself. After his period, that is last times of his age, he got the fever. I mean expectation. Once again he want to travel in the ship. So he finished all his lifetime works, everything. So that it is said as a sea fever for him. It came. He want to travel in the sea. So this is called as a sea fever. Now I am going to explain by the line by line. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. That is, I must go down to the seas. He said that he not wants to go. He must to go to the seas again, to the lonely sea and to the sky. So he enjoys all his life mainly in the sea. So and the winds song, and the white sails shaking, and the wheels kick. So he want to steer the wheel by himself, and with the speed going by steering the ship, that time the wind will blow fast, so it will create one noise. So that it looks like a wind's song, and the white sails shaking. By shaking the white sail, the foams that is on the sea, it will come. By shaking like that, by moving it, you want to steer the ship alone in the sea, and with the fast moving wind hearing like a song alone in the ship, and a grey mist on the sea's face, and a grey dawn breaking. That also we want to steer the ship during the daybreak, during the dawn. That is in the grey mist. The grey mist means during the dawn, there won't be a clear sky. It will be covered with the mist, fog, small, that is snow, and it is covered with the grey mist on the sea's face, and a grey dawn breaking. So during the daybreak, it will be clouds. The sky will look like a grey color. During that time, you want to sail on the sea. Next stanza. I must go down to the seas again. So he started the same sentence. I must go down to the seas again for the call of the running tide. That is a running tide. Tide means a huge blow of the waves. That also during the morning time. You want to go to the seas again, or it looks like the running tide is calling him to come and steer now. He imagine like the tide is calling him to sail on the sea. Is a wild call and a clear call that may not be denied. So he expects that he wants to sail on the because in the middle of the sea, nobody will be there to stop him. During that place, he want to go individually without any disturbance. He want to enjoy that is solitude in the sea. And then to the gulf's way and the whale's way, where the wings like a whetted knife. To the gulf's way, gulf's way the sea bird. There will be sea bird. There you want to say, and also the whale's way, where there will be a huge fish, that is the whale's way. You want to say where the wings like a whetted knife, because the wind will be blowing continuously heavily there. You want to break the wind like a whetted knife. Whetted a cutting knife. You want to break the speedy wind like that. You want to sail on the sea. And all I ask is a merry yawn from your laughing fellow raver. So, by telling all those things, now finally what he expects means he need only one person. Yeah, merry yawn. Merry yawn doesn't say impossible story. The person enjoys always telling creative stories. It is an impossible and unbelievable stories. Usually they will stop to talk and they won't stop. They are telling their imaginational stories. You need like that one person along with you from your laughing fellow raver, so that fellow raver remains wanderer. He usually laughs for everything by telling all kind of stories. So he expects such kind of person alone with him to sail on the sea in the ship. And the quiet sleep and a sweet dream when a long trips over. This is very important line in the poem, which gives a full meaning, that is lifetime meaning of this whole poem. This is a separate line. It gives many meanings in here. What it is now, in a long trips over, it means after our period, I mean after our death, in the quiet sleep, it denotes death. After the quiet sleep means he mentioned about that death. During that death, that is lifetime watching from the shore. Next, wind's song. These are the pleasures of the sailor, etc. These are the and along with this there are more needs considered as the pleasures of the sailing. The third poetic poem appreciation is, and all I ask is a windy day with the white clouds flying. What kind of a day does the poet prefer for sailing? Windy day. This is the answer. So the poet does prefer, you will have to add it as prefers. The poet prefers windy day for sailing. You want to write in the full sentence. Next, fourth one is, and all I ask is a merry yarn from a laughing fellow rower. What kind of a human company does the poet want? What is of the human company does the poet want? The poet wants a fellow sailor or wanderer like him. This is the fourth one. Fifth one, and quiet to sleep and sweet to dream when the long trek over. What does the poet want to do after his voyage is over? Here, the poet wants. Does this want once again? So the poet wants to sleep soundly with sweet dreams. So the poet wants to sleep soundly with sweet dreams. By this, you have completed the poem appreciation. Now next I am going to explain about the poem paragraph. How does the poet express his desire to set sail in the sea? Now we will be going to explain about the poet expressions, that is about his desire to set sailing in the sea. What does he express his desire? Desire in the sense his expectations. The poet wants to go back to the lonely sea. First, his desire was to go back to the lonely sea. Second one is, all the needs is a tall ship. Next desire is, he need a long tall ship and the pole star to guide him. This is the second desire. Next, he likes to hear the wind song. Next desire is, he likes to hear the wind song while steering the wheel. Next, he wants to see the mist on the sea during the grey daybreak and the wild call of the tide. Next desire is, he wants to see the mist on the sea. He wants a grey mist on the that is grey mist on the sea during the grey daybreak and the wild call of the tides. This is his next desire. Last one is, the poet wants to enjoy the spray and the spume of the waves. This is the thing we all also enjoy, that is the spume and also the spray of the waves. The huge waves comes, there will be more big storms. That is like that. He wants to enjoy the spray and the spume of the waves. Spray and the spume of the waves. Last point is, after the long voyage, the poet wishes, now last desire, to sleep peacefully with the sweet dreams. This is his last desire and final desire also. He wants, after a long voyage means after his lifetime finish, the poet wishes to sleep peacefully. Sleep in the sense death. He refers here death. He wants to die peacefully with the sweet dreams. When the sweet dreams comes after fulfilling all his lifetime duties, only then you will get the sweet dreams. By this, I have completed the poem paragraph. It is a very interesting poem paragraph about the desire was while setting sail in the sea by the poet. This is the poem paragraph. I am going voice of the poem Sea Fever.